Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. And we are not where we left off. Where are we, you might say? Well, if you look around, you might kind of guess, but we are in our small garage in Salt Lake City. Yeah, it's not where we left off. Because the Wyoming DLC is here, and of course, when you install it, it just kicks you, it just says, major update, so we're going to kick you back to your home garage. And I thought about uninstalling everything and try to do all that, but I'm in a kind of time crunch to get this video recorded. So, yeah, the last delivery didn't get paid for it, but we don't get no penalty for not doing it. But we are in Salt Lake City, and if we go to our lovely little world map now, Wyoming is all there. Yeah, I kind of been to some cities because we were there on the coast-to-coast map. I also have I want to say the updated coast-to-coast map with the Wyoming DLC. Mantrid, you're the man. I mean, you got this out the same day the DLC's out. He said all the connecting roads should work out of Wyoming to the coast-to-coast map. Not that we're going there, but I didn't want to disable the coast-to-coast map with the Wyoming DLC because that would really screw up our drivers, because some of our drivers are around somewhere. But we're in Salt Lake City, so we're not that far, actually, from Wyoming itself. And that's where we'll be heading. Yeah, we left last episode. I don't remember where we were, actually. Were we somewhere near Boise or something like that? We were going to Idaho Falls, I believe, is where we're going. I thought we were going to start in Jackson, but no, we're going to start in Salt Lake City. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to drives, because we got to do our usual thing here. I got to look up my keyboard, so you're going to be looking at the ground or something. Let's see, G_set_time to 8 o'clock at night. There we go. We are tired. Let's sleep the night away. And it should be 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, what we're actually going to be doing, it's good to see some money in there. $4,475 for Victor A. Thank you for that delivery. If we exit on out, there is a event going on for Cruising Wyoming. And if you're wondering what that's all about, basically, your personal goal is to do external contracts, and you got to do 10 deliveries to or from any of the 10 cities. It says to or from, so I don't know if you have to go to each individual city, or is it just to and from any city. So if I take a delivery from a Wyoming city and deliver it to another Wyoming city, does that count as two? I have no idea. But we got until the 7th of November to do all this, so a couple months. And the journeys must be 100 miles long each. So we're going to try to get an external contract this morning. Let's go to external contracts, or contracts, external contracts, and let's see what we got from Salt Lake City to somewhere in Wyoming. There's one to Rawlings. That's like a 6-hour trip. That's not too bad. I'm going to see if I can get one to Evanston. Is there one to Evanston? I probably could go ahead and just wait. If I instead of do price, how about location, destination? There we go. Now if I go to here, then it's going to be over here. Maybe. Nope. Gallup. No, nothing to there. All right, let me go back. I'll tell you what, I'm going to scroll through here for a minute, and I'll pick one. When I finally pick one, I'll show you which one we picked. All right, so I tried to find one to Evanston. As you saw, there was not one there, but there is one to Rock Springs from Walmart to a Chorus distributor. It's going to be a small trailer. The money I'm not too concerned about. We just want to go ahead and get this drive through Wyoming, see what it's all about. So yeah, I before I downloaded the DLC, I did all the updates for ATS, and I logged into the game, and it didn't say, oh, well, there's been major changes to the content. We sent you back to Salt Lake City. I'm like, okay, so let me do the Wyoming DLC and then update the coast-to-coast map, and that's when I logged on and said, oh, well, now there's been some major changes. Yeah, you need to go back home. So here we are. Then I tried to go back and uninstall the DLC, and I tried to I forgot how to, it's been so long since I had to uninstall DLC, which you can do. I just forgot how to do it. And then the time kept going along. Like, I got to get this video recorded and rendered, and so I can upload it tomorrow. I think there's a car coming. Yes, there's a car coming. Can't quite see out that mirror too well. And then you know what? Finally, I just said, the heck with it. It's been a while since we've been to Salt Lake City, so yeah, we're back home for a little while. And now we're on the road. Actually, I do believe also since I last did recording, the International also had, I don't know if it's a new truck or a new chassis for the truck. I didn't even look at it. May look at it next time we purchase another truck. Oh, I didn't turn my direction light on? Son of a... That's a good way to start. Yeah, my mind's a little fried after doing all that. So, anyways, we're going to head into Wyoming here shortly. On the way up through Salt Lake City, through Salt Lake City, and then to Rock Springs is where we're going. I was happy to see that Mantrid, I mean, the same day, I mean, he posted it while I was at work, so, I mean, he got it out pretty darn quick. Like he said, though, the scenery leaving, or at least entering Wyoming to the coast-to-coast map may be a little bit off. He will work on it once he gets time, because he is at work as well, apparently. You know, don't you hate when your real job interferes with the gameplay? I just hate that. But yeah, he'll work on it later on. But at least he got a workable map for us to use for the people who downloaded the Wyoming DLC. And in case you're wondering, I do believe the DLC was the Wyoming map is $11.99 US, give or take 50 cents here or there. It's right about there. So in a way, I'm kind of excited it kind of worked out this way, because the way it originally was going to be, we still had to travel through, I think maybe in parts of Washington and Idaho, and our delivery was in Idaho Springs, I believe, or Idaho Falls, one of those two. And yeah, that would have been like this whole episode. So we wouldn't have gotten to Wyoming. That's why, like I said, after a while, I finally said, you know what, the heck with it. By doing it this way, we'll be getting right into... Oh, you know what? I just realized none of my lights are on either. Major updates to the game will turn all your primary sets off. There we go. All my lights are back on. And now with my direction light on, I'm turning right. Should not get a ticket. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, so it's kind of better that it works out this way. That way we can get right into Wyoming and start cruising through. Of course, by the time you see this, for those of you who did do the Wyoming DLC and got right into it, you've probably already seen some of it. But for those who have not, you will get to see it partially today. We're going to cruise around Wyoming quite a bit. See if I can find our trailer. And hopefully if I can remember by the end of the episode, I'll also dig in, there it is, and see if we can look at the new International truck. Back on in here. I didn't even see what I'm even hooking up to. I just said, yeah, we're just going to Rock Springs and go from there. Wait till I hook up and we'll see. Not a long journey. You should be there by 10 o'clock in the morning. What are we hauling here? Actually, we're hauling 23,500 pounds of empty pallets. Alright then. For a small trailer, it's got a lot of weight to it. But let's get on the road and head to Wyoming. Now, we are slowly, money-wise, we're going to build up and try to save enough cash to eventually buy ourselves a trailer. We could do so at any time because I don't think I need any particular trailers. I may look after this episode to see what the new Steam achievements are for Wyoming, so I can see if there's any interesting ones to do there. I always like to do those. I like those Steam achievements. It just gives you a little... I mean, sometimes if you get... I don't want to say get bored of the game, but if you like, you know, like to do extra added achievements, they're there for you to do. Not like you get any added bonuses or anything that I know of, but they're there. We'll stop. Oh, you're going to give me a light? Give me a ticket for a light? No, you did not. Thank you. So after we get to Rock Springs, we'll see what other loads we can take. We'll knock off these 10 deliveries. This should count. This is to or from. So we're going to. Okay, I got it. Is my exit ramp on the left? Looks like it is. One of these kind of crossover moves. I'm not used to these crossover moves for interstates. I'm on the East Coast. I have not seen these. Salt Lake City? We're actually leaving Salt Lake City, but that's North Salt Lake City. And we are turning left here. Don't really need to cut that wide, but I did. So we're getting on and getting right back off. I was also, and maybe I'll get it done for next episode, I was going to try to get the Jazzy Cat AI trucks installed for traffic. But I've been kind of busy trying to get this DLC and everything running here. There we go. Speed limit is 7. Oh, that's right. We can only do 65. Because we're doing a contract. So 65 is the max speed that we can go. So I'll set the cruise control for that. So probably a lot of uphill climbing to get into Wyoming. Yeah, the first time I actually traveled out to Wyoming, I flew into Denver and then drove up, and you know, dumb East Coast person that I am, you know, you always hear is, oh, the Denver is a mile high city, so you think like that's the highest city. And then I started traveling, and then you get to Wyoming, and like everything in Wyoming is like at 8,000 feet. It's like, oh, okay, they never really paid much attention or heard anything about it. And the funny thing is, when you travel from Denver up into Wyoming, so Denver's, you know, mile high, so that's like what, 5,100 feet ish, somewhere in that general area. And you go to Wyoming and it's 8,000 feet. You don't really see the incline as you're driving there. It's just a steady incline. So we shall see when we get into Wyoming. Hopefully we'll see a sign that says welcome to Wyoming, and we'll be on the new Wyoming map. Of course, we've been into Wyoming before, of course, but that was on the coast-to-coast map. So I'm very interested to see. I've seen some pictures. I have not watched any videos of any trailers or anything like that SES put out of the map, because I like to drive around and kind of look at it myself. Kind of neat to just, you know, just drive around the corner like, oh wow, look at that, instead of knowing that it's there before you get there. I like to kind of experience it a little bit. Oh, so we are on the I-80, so we're going to be on the I-80 eastbound. And I do believe out of Laramie that you can take the heavy haul contracts. I forgot. I saw the email. I actually had an email. If you download Wyoming, you'll get the email saying you can take now. It's either the heavy haul or special transit contracts out of there. Don't mind me, officer. You're gonna pull me over. Nope, got a green light. I think that sign said welcome to Wyoming. We'll see some signs here. Yeah, Everson. That's the next exit. So yes, we are in Wyoming. Let me get over here to let this truck out. Rock Springs is where we are headed to. We're going to Coors. So already you can see the big difference. If you remember driving through Wyoming on the coast-to-coast map, which is not, it wasn't really done over by the coast-to-coast map authors. But at least we could travel there. Now you can kind of see the difference when you get the SCS crew working on it. Not trying to put down the coast-to-coast map authors because they've done a lot of work on that map, especially in the southern region, as we have seen. Yeah, once we get done cruising around Wyoming here for a few episodes, I will be headed back down. Like I said, we're going to try to head to the Carolinas, head back to the East Coast. There'll be a couple stops along the way. What the heck are those things? Oh, they're just birds. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to, head to the Carolinas because we've been down to Florida. I don't remember what episode that was, but it was quite a while ago. We went down to the Florida Keys. For those who've been watching every episode, you might remember traveling down through there, and Florida is well done over. Like I said, on the coast-to-coast map, basically the southern part of the map has been done over really well in some areas. Like Florida, you almost think you are on a on a SCS map. And other parts of the southern states are done well over, and the further north you start to go, the less detail you start to get. Yeah, if you remember traveling the Northeast, it was pretty much, well, kind of, we'll just say barren. But at least we get to travel there, that's what I get to say. Maybe over time they'll work on the East Coast and other parts, but right now we're just going to focus on the Wyoming part of it for a little while. Yeah, I was really hoping, though, I didn't have to disable the coast-to-coast map for this episode, because if I did, I don't know what that would do to the drivers. Because like I said, we got some drivers, they could be anywhere. We haven't really checked. They could have been anywhere on the East Coast. If I disable the map, I'm not sure what happens there. I don't think I can't remember if I ever done that where I had to disable a modded map and all my drivers are on the modded map. Do they just go back to their main garage? I don't know. We don't have to find out because Mantrid was right on it today. When I logged on to the coast-to-coast map on the SES forum, it's like, I got something. It'll work. He said, like I said, it'll work. I like that post. It'll work, but the scenery may not. The scenery needs a little bit of work done to it. So once again, thank you, Mantrid, for getting us something out the same day. I was expecting a couple days on it. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? I got to get these episodes out. All right, 37 miles to go. And we'll get our first delivery done in Wyoming. Where we go from here, I really don't know. Because my original plan was that the way I thought it was going to be, it's like, okay, I got to drive through Idaho today. And, yep, we'll get maybe a trailer that starts to get to Wyoming and we'll rest in Wyoming. Then the next episode will be pure Wyoming. And it would have been up in Jackson. I thought we were going to be in the northwest part of the map, but lo and behold, yeah. We started in Salt Lake City. $65, not a problem for me. That's the fastest we can go. Yes, hopefully I can remember by the time I record. If you're seeing this and it goes live, when I record tomorrow's episode, I got to record it tomorrow for me, in real time. Maybe I'll have the Jazzy Cat AI truck mod installed. Right out in this lane here, because it looks like our delivery point is on the left. Hey, let's stop and get some fireworks. 35 down through here. All right, I'm going a little bit too far. There we go, 55. So we'll see how the money comes in for the trailer, because like a lot of you said, you know, when can we get a trailer? When can we get a trailer? And you guys have been saying it for a while, so yeah. I just don't want it to get the flatbed, though. I think the flatbed will kind of limit us on what loads we can get. So I'm kind of looking to actually get a reefer trailer. It'll give me a little bit of time to save up some cash, and maybe I can get myself a Kenny dealership. Save up some time maybe to do a paint scheme for the trailer. Not getting paid too much for this delivery, but then again, you wouldn't expect a lot. We are getting paid $550 for a quick morning delivery. It's like a 3.5 hour trip up here. Am I going out back with this? Appears that we are. And it's not here. I'm not familiar with this layout, so I'm not really sure I know where I'm delivering this to. So it's kind of interesting little way to get out here. Oh, okay, I see you blinking now. Well, luckily for me, I got a small trailer, so I should be able to whip it around in here. Maybe not as well as I would like to. Yeah, definitely not as well as I like to. This may not work out. Let's see, make sure I'm in R1. Oh, that trailer's okay. Yep, should be able to do it. Front end clear, front end is clear. Didn't have to turn as much as I thought I had to. Oh, no, let me get this squared up here. Tell I'm concentrating when I get quiet. And ding. Thank you. Parking brake, engine, and decouple. Now that should count as one of my 10 deliveries if I'm not mistaken. Some like it salty, 4 of 8. I'm not sure what that might be a achievement for Salt Lake City, honestly. Yeah, 1 of 10. All right. Let's go ahead and go back into job market, external contracts. We are in Rock Springs. So Jackson, is Jackson Gore not a city? Riverton? Hang on a second. They didn't put Jackson Gore up here? All right, I gotta go to the map now. Jackson, right here. This will be Yellowstone. Okay, it shows it here. Why doesn't it show it in external contracts? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't show it here, which seems kind of weird. Okay, so we're in Rock Springs. Let's see if we can find another one to a Wyoming place location. That is a lot of contracts here in Rock Springs. Okay, let me scroll through and see if I can find something. All right, a lot of short trips, but I'm just trying to show off the cities as we go and look around. But here we go, Rock Springs to Rawlings, and it is over 100 miles. So let's go ahead and begin this delivery. Just got to go pick it on up. Yeah, we're fine on it. It does weigh quite a bit. 66,000 pounds. But we got the truck to handle it. Cable reel, 772 bucks. But it is kind of interesting when you go to the world map, it shows Jackson, but on external contracts, it doesn't show Jackson. We wait for it to load up. I don't know exactly how many miles we got to go to get to our location. We'll find out here in just a second. 1 mile. All right, we should be able... I think I can go that far. We can make it. My trailer disappeared that we brought in. Let's drive out of here carefully. Don't need to be hitting anything. Yeah, we don't need to stop. We're all set. Yep, just right on down the road here. Sorry, just having a look around myself. We are turning in here, apparently. Dirt road, so I've got to be careful when I leave here with a low loader, because that could... We don't want to be bottoming out and damaging the trailer of the goods. Wow, you can see that fireworks sign way in the back, from back here. So one thing I know that does happen out in Wyoming often is they sometimes do close down the interstate for high winds for truckers. So I don't think I saw anything like that being part of the game, but who knows? All right, let's line ourselves up just a little bit better. Perfect. I wonder if our trucks will ever have, because I know trucks do have them now, are the backup cams, so we can look on their dash and we can see the kingpin and all that stuff. It'd be kind of interesting. Making sure we get out of here without hitting anything out of that tight spot, but we should be okay. And I'm just going to slowly cruise out of here. So another short delivery. Looks like we'll get there like at 12:30, so we'll be able to maybe definitely get another load and go somewhere. I just got to be careful with external contracts because I have to finish them in real time, not in game time. We've been over that enough, I think, with external contracts. Go back on, well, a little bit more solid ground. I think this is still not paved. And we're off. Let's get to work. Goliath. Just reading billboards. Peanut, you may not want to start in third gear with this load, but on flat ground you might be fine. Actually, I think I started in fourth gear. And that's where we took it from, on down in there. Yeah, I can feel the weight of this load. Get back on the I-80 eastbound. A little bit of downhill will help us get up to speed. ATS Bank, is that a real bank? I have no idea. Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like American Truck Simulator Bank to me. And we'll slowly chug our way up to 65 miles an hour. And enjoy the scenery to Rollins. There's supposed to be a couple of bridges. I did see that with the week coming up to the DLC drop. I did see, across a couple of bridges in Wyoming. Not really sure where they are myself. Like I said, I spent a good amount of time in Wyoming, but it was mostly in the southeast corner. Basically in Centennial, Laramie, Cheyenne. Basically just in that corner. But I was guessing way back, I said, probably going to be about a dozen cities at most. And I think it's 8 cities that's on the map itself. Of course, now the next question, some people I know ask me, when's Texas coming out? I have no idea. But like I did mention before, I kind of heard that Texas may not be out until the first quarter of 2022, but sometimes SCS will surprise you, and you'll have 2 states being released right after one after another. I did see a couple pictures. I think one picture was from Dallas, Texas, and it was looking rather nice. Yep, the trains out in the west part of the United States do get rather long. I don't think that's the train's not moving though. That's the stationary one. Looks like. I will admit, my times traveling through the parts of Wyoming that I did, this does look like it. Maybe put, I wonder if they got any antelope out in the fields out here. Sorry, I'm just pausing for a second. Amazon Fresh. That AI traffic. What part is that? Is that the base game? Because that's not. I don't think that could be part of Jazzy Cat's AI regular traffic. But I thought that would be like a truck traffic. I have no idea. I can't see SCS putting Amazon on an AI traffic vehicle. Checking out the rest area over there, so exit to Casper. Okay. Oh, it just came to me as well. Someone did make a comment. I forgot it was in last week's episode. So if you're watching this live, yeah, last week's episodes, someone did make a comment like, how come I hardly ever use the mirrors? I would say I do. Maybe not as often as maybe you would think, but I do quickly check them. I try not to check the mirrors too much because I know some of you people out there do get motion sickness, so I try not to whip my head around too much. I do have to feather the throttle when I'm on a dead stop on a hill with as much weight behind me. I got to feather the clutch and we'll let it slowly grab, and once I get forward momentum, we are good. Yeah, you probably remember that episode about maybe 7 or 8 episodes ago. I stalled on the hill over and over again. And I really had to feather the clutch to get that thing moving. It's only 30 miles an hour through here. I might want to slow down. I already got a ticket for going through a red light because I forgot to turn my direction light on. I'm not going to look. I'm going to assume there's achievement for discovering every city in Wyoming. And like I said before, we got something done because we technically discovered them when we were on the coast-to-coast map. So if the coast-to-coast map had that named city, we discovered it. It's already... the game already thinks we've already discovered it. I'm kind of interested once we finally get to Laramie because that's where I spent a good amount of my time when I was in Wyoming, so I'd be kind of interested to see how it looks. This is rather interesting going through here. I'm getting a little bit of lag once in a while. Don't know if it'll show once I go to edit and render it this episode, but every once in a while I am getting a little bit of a stutter. Fun and Sand Motel. All right. Feels like we're. What city are we going through now? I kind of forgot here. I gotta check. Are we actually in Rawlings now? Looks like we are, actually. It looks like we're actually going halfway to Laramie already. So hopefully I can get a load from where we're at going to somewhere in Wyoming. Because it looks like we're delivering out of the city. Yeah, a lot of lag right there. Am I in a turning lane? I think I am. I don't want to be. Another one of these weird interchanges I'm not quite used to. Up here, we're kind of like swerving to the left before we swerve to the right. Gotta swing it wide because of the trailer that we have. I don't want to make a wrong turn with this load because turning around somewhere would not be fun. Why Wyoming's so great. Well, we're traveling it. I always love seeing my drivers level up. Only 30 miles an hour through here. And looks like we're turning here. And we're going to have to wait for a gate to open up. Make sure you let the whole trailer in before you start closing, please. Alright, I need to know where I'm delivering this as soon as possible so I can get this lined up. Looks like I'm going... It says Exxon Mobil. According to the map, it's going to be out back further. It better be. It's like I said, I don't want to have to turn around with this load. Am I going to make it around this corner here? I think so, because I can see the marker already. It's going to be tight getting around that corner, but I think we're getting it. Now the question is I got to get it lined up for here. It's hard to see the white markers on cement. Oh, now I can see it. Gonna ding here soon. Please. I gotta be in that. How can that not be in the trigger? I came in the wrong way. Oh. Alright, yeah, so I don't think I've ever done that before. I didn't think it, well, I guess it, I mean, the game says it matters, so... Yeah, now I do have to turn around, but I think... Is there room for me to turn around in here? Everywhere I start to look, it's like, can you turn around here? This might be too tight. But being everything's articulated. Hopefully there's no invisible walls anywhere. Oh, yeah, we got it. Now I just got to get it squared up to where we got to drop it off again. Hopefully I can get it. Oh, that's not going to take it. Are you? Well, you know what they say, third time's a charm. Who knew it was going to take me so long to park up this load? Get it around that corner. For the second time. Alright, now let's take a good approach to what we're trying to do here. These barriers kind of make it a little bit more difficult because I can't swing as wide as I would like to. Okay, I'm going to swing it wider this time. There we go. It's not the greatest parking job, I'll admit that. But being an articulated trailer, I'm not going to mess with it. Let's decouple this thing. Now the question is, we took a load from a Wyoming city to a Wyoming city. Is that going to count as 2? No, it only counts as 1. Alright, it is what it is. But I got 2 out of 10 done. It's not what I'm really trying to do, but we're just trying to go from city to city. Let's look at external contracts one more time. So we are in Rock Springs. We're at Exxon Mobil. So that's going to Rock Springs. That's back where we came from. This one's actually going to Laramie. What time is it? It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This will take me an hour and 9 minutes to get there, but it's not over 100 miles. Anything to Cheyenne out of... Well, there is something to Cheyenne. And that's roughly where we are. That'll take me 3 hours, 1 o'clock. You know what? I think... can I find something else to Cheyenne? Let me scroll through once again and see what else we got for deliveries. So I think I'm going to go with this one here. Rawlings to Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's not really in Cheyenne. It's out of Cheyenne again. Well, not again, but it seems like we're taking deliveries. But I'm kind of picking this one because we are kind of in the general area. It's not actually going to have to go back to Rawlins, which is not too far. But we'll take this one. It should take me just under 3 hours. It's 1 o'clock, so it kind of works out. So this will be the last delivery of the day. We'll get paid rather well, and it should be some decent XP for a short delivery. So let's go ahead and continue that. The one thing I should mention, though, this thing does weigh 90,000 pounds. Yeah, we're taking some heavy loads here today, but it is what it is, and we get to travel along the I-80 eastbound. So it should be kind of interesting. Hopefully, like I said, we don't have to go too far from ExxonMobil here in Rawlins to... where am I didn't even see where I was picking this up at, or the name of the company we're picking it up at, or where we're bringing it to. And my trailer disappeared again. I don't know if that's the thing with external contracts where the trailer disappears or not, but apparently they seem to be. Oh, we're just going right across the street, so this works out. Yeah, so I guess I don't have to go too far at all, which will save us some time. Not much traffic down here, it seems like. So what's the name of this company anyways that we're going to? I'm not seeing no train. Johnson and Smith, huh? Johnson and Smith. I don't want to hitch up to it just yet because I don't like the angle my truck has here. Get myself turned around, we'll back up the other way. Speaking of the train, here it comes. I forgot what button it was I used to... Is it Z for zoom? Is that what I did? Yeah, Z for zoom. Alright. So I can see where I'm backing up to this trailer, but I should be able to look back here now. Yeah, I'm way off of what I want to be. This dumpster is in the... Well, there's two ways to look at it. You can say it's in the wrong spot or the right spot. There we go, lined up. Is there anything... Just trying to see how much room I got for to get the trailer out. It's just weird when you gotta hit zoom as you're driving. It makes everything else zoom. And now I can't really see what the trailer is doing, but I gotta swing around that billboard. Yeah, we are good. Well, one train just went through, but there's two sets of tracks here, so a train could be coming back from the other direction. Well, there's Sinclair right in front of us, whatever Sinclair is. So just a ways down the road, 128 miles will be there. Should get there right around 4 o'clock-ish. And the one thing I didn't look to see if there's a rest area or some place to snooze at. But hopefully we'll find something when we get there. Yeah, it's too bad we still can't just pull over anywhere and use a sleeper in the back of our truck. That's the whole point of having a sleeper cab, right? The good news is we don't have to go too far to get back on the I-80. Ah, they do got gates on the entrance to this interstate right there. So I wonder if they will actually use those at some point. That'd be kind of interesting if they did. So they use those for many reasons. I think the main reason would be high winds for trucks or even some cars. Or also if snow-covered roads. Seeing the roads closed on a sunny day because there's snow covered, and you're like, at first you're like, what? Then you realize, well, if there's snow on the ground, you got high winds, snow's blowing across these open plains, and it covers the interstate over and over and over again. I remember one year I was out there, and there was just like a line of trucks waiting to go on the interstate. They were, I don't know how many trucks were waiting, but it was a lot. And they were just lined up from the on-ramp all the way back to the main road in Laramie, just waiting for them to open up the interstate. Now, I wonder if there's an achievement for, we should be crossing the highest point on I-80. Hello, Laramie. How you doing? Yeah, so when we cross between Laramie and Cheyenne, you'll be crossing the highest elevation on I-80. Now, I forgot the elevation because it's been a while since I've been there. I do believe there is a statue of Abraham Lincoln on that. Boy, it's been like 15 years since I've actually stopped at the monument, but I think there's a statue of Abraham Lincoln at the monument. Hopefully it's still there and I'm just not blowing wind here. Laramie is the home of the University of Wyoming Cowboys. And by the way, a lot of people sometimes get confused. Wyoming is the cowboy state. And a lot of people, probably not in Wyoming or down in Texas, but some people, at least when I first started going to Wyoming, I said, yeah, it's the cowboy state. And I said, no, the cowboy state's Texas. I'm like, yeah, you're thinking that because of the Dallas Cowboys, but Wyoming is the cowboy state. Texas is the Lone Star state. Most of you probably already know that, but in case you didn't, there you go. I wonder if the steep hill is going to be there, going up through, up and over to Cheyenne. Hill can get pretty steep. And if it is there, we're going to start testing out this Mack engine that we have in here. And that mileage is actually correct. It actually is about 60 miles from Laramie to Cheyenne. Yep, now we're going to start going uphill. And it's going to be a while. This is well, in real life it is, but I don't know on this map if it will be or not. I'm going to get right over in this lane here. So far I had the cruise control set at 65 because that's the fastest we can go. And hauling 90,000 pounds uphill far, not that much of a problem. Alright, we're slowing down some now. But that's still not that bad. Is that the monument right there? No, it can't be the monument right there. Because we're not at the peak. Or is that the monument? Is that Abraham Lincoln himself? Yep, Abraham Lincoln is there. Okay, so that is actually there. Are we actually at the peak, though? That's the question. I think it's close enough. So it is there. Interesting. So, I do have an interesting story about the first time I stopped at that monument. I stepped out of the truck. I drove. I parked it, and I wasn't really paying that. I mean, I parked, but I wasn't paying that much attention. I stepped right out, and I parked right over a rattlesnake. I got 1 foot out, heard the rattle, and jumped back in. She said, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I'm not getting out. There's a rattlesnake somewhere." Parked right over it. Alright, now we're just going to cruise on downhill, but we're not really going to Cheyenne. We're going to the outskirts of Cheyenne. We're actually going to, what company are we going to? Union Pacific. Oh, it looks like just as I said that, we're getting off right here. Now, is this the I-25 to Denver? It is the I-25 to Denver. Alright. Road closed when flashing. Well, it wasn't flashing. And we're getting right back off again. Yeah, they actually do got the sign that says road closed for internet. I wonder if they'll actually use it. If that's actually what do they call them, incidences on here. Oh, I didn't want to go that low in gears. Well, the good news is we are 13 miles from our destination, and I do see a rest area that's right here. So we might be coming back to here to call it a day. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's where we'll be going. Is that a Love's? Or, sorry, as they call it here, Hearts? It's like a Hearts. Yeah, it looks like we'll be coming back and probably parking up there. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a rest area down here. Oh, I do need to take a thumbnail, which I probably should have taken when I went past the Lincoln Monument. Oh well. Into here. Don't hear or see a train. So where am I parking this thing? I don't know if it's going to be on the other side of the trailers, or is it going to be on this side of the trailers? I hope it's on the other side. I see it blinking, so when can I start turning here? There we go. I want to swing it a little bit. Perfect timing, because here comes a train. I should be squared up enough. Right there. Forgot to turn the engine off last time I decoupled. That's company policy here, and I got to give myself a fine for that later on. It'll come out of my paycheck at the end of the week. Did we also level up today? Did I get it? Yeah, we did level up. Perfect. I mean, I'm not too interested in doing I mean, 2,500 miles, deliveries anywhere. 5% higher reward for delivering distance longer than 2,500 miles. We don't do that many of those. Yeah, high value. Let's go ahead and do that. Because we'll go from 1% higher reward to 2%. It's not a lot, but it's something. Let's click on that. New upgrades, don't care about that. I do not need to look at the map. I know where the rest area is. So let's drive back to the rest area. That's my horn. That's the wrong button. Fat fingers will always do hitting the wrong buttons. Ooh, look at that beast. It's like a Case quad track was trying to morph into a John Deere because it's green. I don't know. Yeah, that's really good, Peanut. You kind of went right by where you need to go. Too busy making wisecracks. Alright, let's get back to the rest area, fuel up this puppy so we can be ready for another day tomorrow running around Wyoming. We'll have a quick look at the map to see hopefully where I would like to go. We'll definitely head up to like Rock Springs and Casper, I believe is where we'll be going next. If I can't get external contracts to go there, well then we'll just try to find a regular load to go there. Like I said, we want to drive around as much as we can to see what we want. Getting back over to Jackson, I'm very interested to see how that is. Let's get up to this rest area so I can fuel up and find a good parking spot. Alright, so where? This looks like the rest area for sure. Yeah, calm down. I'm going to get fuel first. And you know me, I'm probably coming in from the wrong direction because I always do. $3.63 for diesel? Yikes, it's worse than California. That's not the prices I remember being like in Wyoming for diesel fuel. It's almost like I'm paying for all the workers that created the map or something. Alright, never park underneath a light because birds like to perch on the lights and they'll crap on your truck all night long. Alright, park and brake, turn off the engine. Don't hit the other button because you'll rest. We don't want to do that. Yeah, so first thing we're going to do is look at the world maps. Like I said, we are in Cheyenne. We'll try to get up to Casper. We went through Rock Springs. Sorry. Riverton was what I was thinking of. So even though I've been to Casper and Sheridan on the other map, we got to get there. So hopefully we'll find something to like Gillette. This should be like Torrington through here. I'm surprised. Maybe this is Torrington. Torrington's like right about here-ish somewhere. I was actually expecting that to be on there. So how many cities are actually here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there's 10. I thought they said 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, so we'll try to work our way up to Gillette. So, I mean, we did a lot of trips, well, not a lot of trips, but a lot of deliveries today. But then we got lucky doing Rock Springs, Rawlins to Cheyenne. But we're going to try to head up to Casper, Gillette, Sheridan-ish. And then maybe, ooh, this does not look like a lot of fun to travel with a truck. Just saying. Try to avoid that a little bit. But then, yeah, I want to get to Jackson, up to Jackson Hole, which is way up here. It'd be kind of interesting. I can see there's like no delivery point, but my guess is that that's going to be like an achievement on Steam to where it says go visit. I'm pretty sure it's a scenic area for sure. That's going to be like Yellowstone. Is there any deliveries? Okay, you can actually deliver something to Jackson. But going up here, you have no reason to go up here whatsoever for deliveries or anything like that. I guess if you want to get to Riverton, if you're in Jackson and you want to get to Riverton, you either go up or down. So that might be the only reason why you would swing up here. That looks like a long trip. That might be like a 50-mile trip up there. So it'll be kind of interesting. The other thing I said I wanted to show you, in case you did not know, and this is not a DLC. This truck was just automatically put into the game. Truck dealers, international. Oh, actually got one right in Denver. Interesting. We'll go buy online. The LT High Rise. The LT, that's the new truck, the LT. So yeah, we had the International Lone Star High Rise. This is the International LT High Rise Sleeper. Let's just click on it and we'll do custom configuration to see what it kind of looks like here. You can put, yeah, we'll do that. That is an interesting looking. I'm just thinking in my mind if I've seen any of these actually on the road. I don't think I've actually seen these trucks on the road. Not looking like that anyways. That's an interesting looking sleeper cab for sure. What do they got for engines anyways? So their engine goes up to 565. Which is not too bad. Could find ourselves driving these one of these days. I usually like the 12-speed with retarder. There's a 12-speed there. But I don't see a 12-speed with a retarder. Anyways, yeah, we're not buying a truck today, but I just thought I'd show you the new truck that's in the game, which is the LT International. Sorry, I just can't get over that sleeper cab. Yes, we want to leave the store. We're not that interested at all right now. So there we are. Here we are in Wyoming. So I got a couple more cities. I got Gillette, Casper. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show Jackson on there. And I did not. Because see, if I haven't been there, it has a question mark, like Casper. Oh, I'm on truck dealers. No wonder why that's going to screw up everyone. It screwed up me, for sure. There we go. Yeah, so it shows Jackson here. I didn't discover Jackson, Riverton, Gillette. And even though we went through Evanston, since I didn't get off the interstate, we didn't actually get in the city limits. But like I said, we're going to cruise around Wyoming for a few episodes. I'm going to guess probably like 5 more after this one. And then we'll eventually cruise on down. Someone did want me to stop at St. Louis, and someone said Nashville, which is down here, which would work out. I could actually, if we left Wyoming, I could take the I-80 across Nebraska, which is always a fun ride, especially in real life as well. And we can cut down, we can cut a road down to St. Louis. I can get myself to Nashville. I forgot who requested those two, but we'll do that, and then we'll get over to North Carolina. Or the Carolinas. Like I said, we've been down to the Florida Keys. I tried to get the Carolinas once before, and something came up when we didn't do that. But yeah, there we have the map with the new Wyoming DLC, which we're in today. And we started to see parts of Wyoming, and we'll try to bring more parts to you next episode, which if you're watching this live, you just got to wait another 24 hours, and we'll be back right where we left off. Should not be diverted right back to Salt Lake City. I hope not. Hopefully there's no big changes coming to the game in the next 24 hours. But, yep, right now we're in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Did not expect to be here this episode, but here we are. And we got through the southern Wyoming. Basically, we just traveled along the I-80 all the way across to Cheyenne. And like I said, hopefully next episode we can find something up the I-25 and head that direction. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.